Welcome back to the Loveland Report and Lone Ranger Show. We've been talking about the Fed chief. We got a new Fed chief coming. The Fed cut. Hopefully they're cutting rates this week. And also I want to dive into some listings real quick, Bruce. I got some great buys here. Brand new listing here. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Could be a 4th bedroom. It's got a studio out back. Make a great bedroom, kind of like an in-law suite or an outlaw suite. $465,000 for this 2,000 square foot home, 2 full baths. Same families owned this house for 70 years.
Wow.
So really, really well maintained. Beautiful street. It's actually got a rear alley access on the property's so
Like
big
a
it backs up to a
Park
street
kind of thing.
kind of, but it's such a large lot. It backs up to the next street behind it.
I see.
So you got access behind it. This gentleman actually used the extra building as a music studio, but $465,000 for this one. Just a great property, and just you can move right in and unpack.
Where's that one?
Pershing Terrace off in Conway.
Oh, nice.
And then I've got South Bay, $890,000. This is the best 3,200 square foot home in Dr. Phillips for this price, $890,000, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths with a pool, tile roof, side entry garage, circular drive, and big open floor plan when you walk in, travertine floors. I like this house. It's 4 bedrooms, but every single bedroom is as big as a master. They are enormous sized bedrooms. And then on the east,
perfect area too.
Yeah, west side of town, I've got a pool home on half an acre with no HOA, 1,300 square feet with an in-ground pool, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths for $350,000, no HOA. And the house is in great shape. You can move right in. Half acre of land right by the 429 and Kelly Park Road, all that growth there. And then we've got the one I was talking about that people keep sending low offers on it. Bless their little heart. This house is going to go this week, $610,000 for a 4 bedroom, 2 bath on an acre of property with a 5-car garage, Bruce, and no HOA. And this is right off Chickasaw Trail.
Yeah, that's the
So you're
one.
right by
5-car garage.
Yep. And you're 10 minutes from the airport. You're 10 minutes or you're 5 minutes from the East-West Expressway. $610,000 for this property. There's a bunch of mega mansions down the street on a couple acres, that sell in the millions. 2,200 square feet for this one. Got luxury vinyl floors throughout. The kitchen's been remodeled, and just a great property. Plenty of room to add on to it or put a pool in. And then I've got a pre-foreclosure for $435,000, 2,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths with a pool. Price to sell. And it's got a 3-way split floor plan. One of the bedrooms has double doors on it. It'd be a great office. Nice master bedroom. The master bedroom views the pool. Big master bath with tub and shower, double sinks for $435,000. Fixed up. This house needs paint and some screens on the pool. Fixed up. These are selling for $499. So I've got it.
How much is this one?
$435. So call me if you want to take a look at any of those. 407-352-8118. You want to make a real estate plan. Right now, we're working quickly if you want something for 2025. But if you're thinking about making a move in 2026, call me. I'll help you get the information you need. Tell me what your time frame is. If it's the spring, the summer, the fall, whatever you think, I'll tell you the best things to do to your house, my free 50-point staging checklist, what numbers to expect, where is the market going. Sometimes, Bruce, I'll sit down with people and look at what they've got, and I'm like, you got a builder down the street. Let's let him clear out. He's got about 6 months left. 6 months from now, you could get 10% more because he's gone, not giving everybody $30,000 for closing costs.
Where a hungry realtor may just say, hey, let's list it right now. And you see another 30, 40 grand sitting on the table.
I just had somebody that they thought they were crying about. They had to get a new home. They needed to get closer to work. They're tired of the commute, but their old house had a 3% mortgage on it. And they're like, oh, I'm going to get some good money. But they plenty of income. You got them qualified for the new house. So we rented the old house, $1,000 a month in cash flow. And that mortgage they've got is about 5 years old. It's amortizing. The tax breaks they're going to get. Great rental home in a gated neighborhood by UCF. Going to rent for about $2,500. His mortgage payment's $1,300. So all these things I help people with
too. I think the new house he's putting a lift in it for his race cars.
Oh yeah. And I'm actually able to start helping some people now, Bruce. I've got leapfroggers going on to their 4th home this year.
Yeah.
And so we're actually talking about you and I we're creating millionaires with real estate.
Isn't
one of
it
the fastest
fun
ways to do it? And we're not selling seminars. We're not.
No.
This is not get rich quick stuff.
You don't have to do anything. You don't even. There's nothing in it for us and everything in it for them. Well, there is something in it for us. There is the gratitude. There is the joy. For instance, Cleve and I were literally high-fiving when he got that lady an extra 80 grand on her house. I'm like, this is why we do this. This is what makes us happy, when we can help you folks like that make more money, save more money, invest better, make better decisions, and have somebody that you can count on in our industry. And if you're interested in any of those great listings that Cleve has and you're not paying cash, maybe you need a mortgage, I would love the opportunity to assist you with our mortgages. We have every type of mortgage you could possibly think of. Everything that you would ever need, I've got it in-house. And I don't broker them out. Everything's done in-house. We keep and service 90%
You
of
do.
the loans
I get
that
your
we
picture in my mailbox every
yep,
month. Yep.
keep and service 90%, and everything's done internally. Where you go to some of these people, you don't know that they're a one-man shop, and they're just shopping you out all
Mhm.
over the place.
Yep.
You wonder why your credit score went to hell in a handbasket. When we start off with a client, we don't even do a hard pull. We don't even start with a hard credit pull. We do a two bureau soft pull. Now, if I've got a client that I do a two bureau and one's got a 590 and the other one's a 680, well, I don't know what my middle score is going to be. Could be a 700, could be a 550. I don't know what it is. So then we may need that extra score, but we do everything we can to protect our client's identity, the safety of their documents. We're not willy-nilly faxing and texting things over to each other. Everything is secure, and even your documents. I'm not shipping them off to other brokers or lenders all over the countryside to see who's going to pay me the best commission. I keep everything internally. And my loan officers on my team, they're not even commission based.
Yeah.
So there's no incentive for them to sell you. They wouldn't know what program pays more money or which one doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They're looking at what works for the client and the best loan
Well,
for
here's
them.
the thing. And if somebody calls you up and goes, "What's your rates?" You need an application. You need more info.
Yeah.
And any lender that quotes you that right
4 and a
there,
quarter. Oh, your
they're
rate's
just
4 and a
trying to
quarter.
they're
Yeah.
trying to
If you
suck
got
you in.
800 credit score on a VA loan and you're paying 3 points
Yeah.
and I get you 4 and a quarter. I mean,
Uh-huh.
but that's bait and switch. And I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
So I don't play that game. I had a guy that over the weekend, he was texting me, just what's your rate on that? What's your rate on that? What's your rate on that? And I'm like, make a doggone application and I'll tell you what the rate is I'm going to get for you. Otherwise, he's just going around all over the place. And you know what? Those are the people that they think they're doing the right thing.
Yep.
But they're the ones.
Day of closing.
It's the week before closing. And they're like,
moving
that
trucks,
lender doesn't call me back. That
Yeah.
lender didn't do that. That lender did. You wonder.
Or at the closing table,
yourself.
it comes in at 7.25, or there's 5 points on the settlement sheet.
It's just insane what people will do to save a nickel. They'll step over $1 to pick up a penny. Listen, find somebody that you like and trust. Find somebody that you can count on. So, these are the things that Cleve and I do. And look up our ratings. Check out, call our references. I'll give you all the references you want to call. And I want my clients to know that they're in good hands when they come to us.
Yep.
So 407-250-9144 for the loan arranger. I've been in the mortgage business for 35 plus years, married to the same woman for 32 years coming in March. 2 kids that have grown up here, both doing great. One's a homeowner. The other one probably will be soon. I want to help you and your children grow. I want to help your grandchildren grow. I want to help you know that you have options and how to make money. So here's what I'm running into a lot. I got a lot of folks right now that are generally up a little higher in age, but not always. And they've got a home to sell, but they don't want to sell the home until they get the new one.
Yep.
Okay. We look at doing a bridge loan. If they can't qualify for both houses, I've got bridge loans available. Now, the problem with most bridge loans is if you have a house, let's say you got a house now, it's worth 400,000.
Yep.
And you owe 300 on it, and your payment's $2,800 a month.
Yep.
And you want 100,000 out of that to put down on the new house. And the new house is 600.
Yep.
And you're going to have a $500,000 mortgage.
Uh-huh.
Now you got to qualify for your $300,000 mortgage.
You guys,
the 125 that I'm giving you, and the 500 on the new one. Now, most people won't qualify for that. That's just too much mortgage. So we created a bridge program that I will literally buy your home from you if it doesn't sell within 120 days of the listing.
That's why it's really important they get a good price on the old house, get it on the market as soon as possible. Yep.
And if you list it, it makes it even easier. So, but I will then not count their existing mortgage payment, not count the bridge payment against them as debt ratio, and qualify them with only the new house payment.
And you know what's funny? You guys are so smart about this. Like, you don't have any defaults. I had somebody the other day call me about, well, I want to change.
I don't have any personally. I
wanna
mean, I'm sure the company
Well, they
has to
might have
some. I
some,
mean, we're the
but not,
largest lender
but
in the
like when I
country.
check foreclosures in Central Florida, there's like 20
Yeah.
and 4 counties.
Yeah.
And they are literally, it's an estate problem. It's not, and it's hard to actually get
Usually
foreclosed on.
foreclosures and short sales come with economy,
Yeah.
like when the economy is really bad. And, we hear these things that, short sales and foreclosures are up by 50%. Yeah, that's because there was
They
4.
went
Now
from,
there's 8.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Now there's 8. That's not really something to
That's
be
clickbait.
concerned
Yep.
about.
Yep.
But
So, but you guys are smart enough to know, and all the things you look at with credit and income and the type of loan product you've got, you know what to look at, and you know the red flags.
absolutely.
Nobody gets away with anything.
And this is why I want a lot of documents up front. Clients, they're like, I don't really want to spend the time on giving you all these documents up front. Okay, so you have a surprise later. Like I just closed a loan for a veteran. He was in Australia and I closed a loan for him here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So he can live here and there. So I closed this loan for this Australia. He dilly-dallied on getting me documents, and I think he was doing it so I wouldn't see stuff. And he's like, "Oh, I'll give you that bank statement." I'm like, "Dude, I need your bank statement. I got to know where the cash is coming from. I've already got you ready to go. It's the only condition on your file I need." I finally get the bank statement 3 days prior to closing.
He's got 2 wives.
No,
Oh.
but almost as bad. He had a $52,000 IRS lien that he was making payments on. Now, I was already having, just to get him to qualify, I was having him pay off his motorcycle just to get him qualified. Like he wouldn't qualify with that. So now I got it from an unapproved loan to an approved loan. Then this thing pops up. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
But you got it done?
Of course I got it done. I got it done. But you know how much sweat? I mean, it stresses everybody out. So that's why I insist. I want all documents up front. So I don't have a surprise, because the clients don't oftentimes know it's a surprise.
Yeah.
They're not hiding things from you typically, but they might do it inadvertently.
Yep.
If you want my services, you want my help, I've got every loan program you could possibly think of. I've got bridge loans. I've got asset loans. My asset loans that I'm doing for people right now, unbelievable. I got a client right now. He only has $3,500 worth of Social Security coming in. Okay. He's got a $1.1 million house. His mortgage payment's $3,600 a month. He only makes 35.
Yeah.
He only makes 3,500 a month. His mortgage payment's $3,600.
You just turn that asset into an income.
I turned the asset into an income. He'd gone to 3 banks before me. They don't know how to do it. I turned the asset into an income. And he's like, "Bruce, but I don't want to start taking that much money out of my retirement account." I said, "You don't have to. Let me show you how we're going to do it." Yep. And he's like, "Oh my God." So now I got him approved for another $1.2 million house. The guy only makes $3,500. Okay. $1.2 million house without selling the current house he has until after he's in the new one.
That's awesome.
Now, that takes creative lending. Now, don't call me with your 500 credit score and want me to do that. Okay. Can't do that. My direct number, not my call center, because I don't have one of those, is 407-250-9144, or go to WeBringYouHome.com. It's time to get your application in for refinances too. I'm not telling you I'm going to refi you right now. I'm telling you, get your application in. We are ready to go.
All right. Next segment, Bruce, we want to talk about, we only got a few minutes here, or a minute or so. I want to give out my number, 407-352-8118. When we return, we're going to talk about where Florida ranks in the median prices of the whole country.
I love to hear that.
And also where Central Florida ranks. So it's really great information I got. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah. So call Cleve at 407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com. When I come back, I got a few other things I want to talk about that might help you to get into your next home. You can call the loan arranger at 407-250-9144. Again, that's 407-250-9144, or WeBringYouHome.com. We're going to talk a little bit more about tax benefits and how you can get into a home when you're self-employed and you have the creative accountant. We'll be back in 5. Don't go anywhere.